Hey everybody, this is Dr. J, Professor Spike and Kamal coming to you live from New York, sort of, Long Island, New York, Westchester, New York, all over New York.
The long guy.
Our friend from the other coast is not here yet. I don't know if he's coming, so we'll see if he shows up. But he went in 100% in yesterday. I mean, I knew it was a little too early, so.
Yeah,
But
well, go no, as they say.
he's pretty confident that we're very near bottom, so that's the good news. If you believe Arjun,
I have to. Can I?
yeah, yeah.
Hey,
I would love to believe him.
I
you
think
have
we're
to
near, I think we're near bottom too because I think it'll retest the lows and the lows will hold. It's not that far off the lows.
right.
Arjun is originally called for SPY 425, then he brought it down to 421. I called for SPY 410 retest. 415 actually. So we're basically on the same page. Okay, so let's see who's here today. Mark is here,
Yeah,
and
Linda's there.
Mark didn't
They
have a
got
bad
it. They got
day.
it over, right, Linda, for this week.
It looks like Mark had an okay day. Athesis, CTIC, CTRM, all green. We talked about all three of these throughout the week, right? Yeah, so that was good for me too. Athesis, CTRC being green. I don't own CTRM, but that's fine. Tim is echoing CTIC praise. Yeah, I did alert everyone to CTIC 2 years ago, and Tim and I have both been in it for 2 years, and only reaping the rewards now. And it's a credit to Tim that he stuck with it all this time. So he's giving me credit, I'm giving him credit right back. Linda is with us today. Yeah, I thank goodness it's Friday. Yeah, thank goodness it's heading to the end of April, because this has been a brutal month. And I think May is going to be better. I think the warmer
Cruelest,
weather will
cruelest
bring,
month.
yeah. A lot of this has to do with Russia, Ukraine, and I see three outcomes for Russia, Ukraine. Most optimistic is that they limit the conflict to the region. What do they call that region? That they're,
Dumbass.
yeah, whatever that's called. That they limit it to that. We withdraw all the other troops. Uh, get either take that part over and leave, or get a ceasefire agreement, a settlement of some kind. And that would be the most optimistic. The second scenario is the stalemate continues, where it goes on and on and on and on for a long time. And that's bad for the market. But the third scenario is the worst. If they start using chemical weapons or nuclear weapons, and then the market will collapse. The world might collapse. So that's the worst of the three. And the inflation problem is tied to Russia, Ukraine war. It's also tied to COVID. COVID, I think, will become endemic, so I think that will resolve itself. I'm
Right.
optimistic on the Russia-Ukraine war as well. I think my first scenario, they'll come to some kind of agreement. That's what I think, settlement. So
Like
I think
a
the
buffer
market,
zone.
if COVID becomes endemic, and the war is resolved, I think the market will soar. But in the interim, we're going to have some choppy markets. So in the interim, I'm looking for at least one retest at the lows. Maybe we bounce off of it, and then maybe another retest at the lows,
Mhm.
something like that. So we're not out of the
Look
woods just yet.
at them as buying opportunities.
Man is looking at my middle scenario where, stalemate. Is that
Yeah.
what I think that's what he's talking. Sava did okay today. I actually bought more Sava today. I
Did
bought
you?
more Sava yesterday, and I bought more Sava today. But don't forget, I unloaded over 3/4 of my position originally.
Did they give any PR like people were hoping for?
I
Just to
don't believe so.
explain their side of things?
I don't believe so. I did not look, but I don't believe so.
I didn't see anything, so I'm not. And I'm not. This is still my largest holding, so I'm not going to
Yeah,
go. This and BCRX, my two largest holdings.
yeah. BCRX has been brutal.
So I've been holding. I didn't sell anything. I'm just
I
holding.
bought a little more BCRX. It's a
You're,
bargain.
you're a better man than me, Gunga Dan. I did sell. Didn't
Did
sell.
you?
I've been selling all along. I'm just
You've been trimming little by little by
trimming
little.
little by little by little. Little by little, I got out of 3/4 of Sava. Now I'm getting back in.
Right.
Yeah, I still have a bunch of Sava. I still have a lot of BCRX
Yeah.
and heavily in Amazon, which got beat up badly.
At $18, it's worth the risk reward becomes really good for Sava.
Right.
So that's why I'm
But
getting
I'm thinking about this 2,900 or so for Amazon. So when I went in the first one.
Amazon.
We know it's going to go back to 33.
It's never a wrong time to buy Amazon if you pay.
Right. Well, except maybe a couple of days ago.
Except me, I bought it at pretty high.
You bought it around 35, right?
Yeah,
You will eventually make money on it.
eventually, right?
Eventually, yeah.
Okay. Let's see what there is to see.
Yes, indeed.
We want to look at the averages first, I guess.
Well, do we want to give people a good weekend or a bad weekend?
Well, an honest appraisal.
Yeah, an honest weekend, right?
The S&P was down 2.77%. Wow. That's rough. 121 points to 4271. The Dow was down about 1,000, 2.82%. 33,811. NASDAQ down 2.5%. There was a star performer, only down 2.5%. And the Russell down 2.5%. Let's see about gold. Crude oil was slipped into 101. That's good. Gold slipped 0.7%. No refuge in gold, Professor Spike. No refuge.
No, I guess not.
Silver down 1.61%. The dollar was strong against the euro. The 10-year was flat, 2.90%. Bitcoin was down a whopping 4%. Back to being risk on again. So it's a risk on play a bit with Bitcoin. There we have it. Athesis was down on the day, not up, but only down 1.53%. Let's take a look at the SPY, and then we should look at the Qs, I think.
Okay. I actually decided to jump in IWM, hoping things will turn around in the broader market. I might be early on that.
Well, we could take a look at it. You're not very early because I think the lows I think are going to hold. So you're not
I'm not very early.
Yeah.
I'm at the number that you sort of suggested a couple of weeks back.
I think so. Yeah, you should be okay with that number.
Yeah.
I mean, unless things really heat up in Russia with the Russian war, that would be the main unknown. So I'm looking at 41.51 or 415 on the SPY as being a test of the lows. It could go lower, and it could actually take out for 4,100 could be taken out, possibly. But if it is, I don't think it'll go much lower. I think we're looking probably at 4,050 in the worst case.
Right.
So we're near my support level where I think it's going to rebound. Now, it could very well quickly come down and test these lows at Spider SPY 415 or 4150 SPX, something like that, and then bounce up and then come back for another test. We might get several tests of the lows. That's how I see it playing out over the next month or two. But with good news, with a couple of good headlines, this thing could take off to the moon. So you never know with the stock market. This is very heavily dependent on factors outside of the normal, geopolitical factors, the COVID factor. Now, the inflation, I say, is basically the same thing as the COVID and Russian factor because that's what's causing it, those two things. So remove COVID and remove the war, and inflation will heal, with or without the Fed raising. That's how I see inflation.
Yeah, no, I'm not very worried about inflation either.
Yeah,
I think it's priced in already.
Yeah, it is, unless it lasts a lot longer than people think. In other words, if we get a trend of 8% by the end, still getting 8% inflation at year's end, then there's big trouble.
Well,
I
let's
don't
see if
think
the word transitory has any meaning.
Yeah, I think by year's end, inflation will be tamed, 4.5%. So I think I think we saw the greatest print of the year on inflation, the 8.5% print from last month, from this month.
Right.
Let's take a quick look at the Qs. So I'm looking down here. I drew the line where I think it's going.
The line in the sand.
The line in the sand. And I've been consistent. I've been saying this for a long time.
Right.
I'm just repeating myself.
Yeah, well, when you're closer to being right.
313.98 looks like the number on the Qs. That's where I drew the line anyway.
Yeah, you drew the line, and that's your story, and you're sticking to it.
Yeah, and it might be a little bit higher. Very well could be. It could stop a little bit above where I drew this line. Maybe right around here, 318, 5 points higher. Mm-hmm. Just like I'm giving myself a 5-point leeway on the spiders, I'm doing the same thing on the Qs. So notice we're almost at my support levels in both the spiders and the Qs. So that's the good news. And IWM, take a quick look at IWM. Again, we're very close to that double bottom.
Yeah, no, you were thinking, at least when we were talking before, around 190, not so low as 183.
Right. But
that's why I said, something, we're close enough, at least close enough for government work.
Yeah.
But you're right. I mean, I could have gotten 2 or 3 more points off of it.
188. Yeah, I mean, you're close enough. Even the lows are 188.
Right.
And I think this. Let me draw another line here. So
yeah.
You're also looking right where you are, basically.
Right. Exactly. It was, just in case there is some turnaround, that we have something going on the weekend.
I mean, it's possible IWM bottom today. It's very, very close to support. Of course, it could go down another 4 points.
Sure. No guarantees in this racket.
I mean, the key question is not if it's going to retest the lows, but will the lows hold? That's the key question.
Mm.
And again, even if it doesn't hold, I don't think it's going to drop like a lead pipe. I think it'll just find a new bottom just below the lows. So I don't think it'll be serious damage this go around.
Right. And being in this, you're still getting a dividend anyway.
Yeah.
So I mean, even if you sit here and you wait forever, it doesn't really matter.
Let's look at something that was happy.
Yeah, exactly. Happier news.
Yeah. CTI was up 17 pennies, 3.5% to 498. Very nice move up on a down market, says a lot. I mean, this has been a really good stock this year. So at least something's been working and continues to work. It looks to me like we're going to make new highs. And it's a question of whether the new highs also come with a buyout or not. You don't have much to go for new highs. Why not? It's been going contrary to the market for a long time now, so I expect more of the same. Office has held rather well considering, everything. Take a look at it. It didn't have a horrible day today. I mean, it has a green candle, but it wasn't up on the day. But it does have a green candle, so it made back some of its earlier losses. So that's very, very
hanging around the 9.
Yeah, if you have anything that's green, even that looks like this, it's not a bad day today. So Athesis is showing some resilience. I think we get a run before data. That's quick, within the next 2-3 weeks. I think we get a run back to 75 cents minimum. Another pop. So right around here, I believe that's 75 cents. No, maybe 86 cents. I think we get a pop up to the close to $1, but not quite. Maybe to the 100. I think we will get another pop. And another chance to take something off if you're in at these low numbers. My average is pretty good now on Athesis.
That's below
today.
Yeah, the reason my average is pretty good on Athesis is because I took some off the table on this pop, to $1.50. And then I got back in a little too quick, but lower. So that worked out for me. I don't remember what else I wrote.
Let's see in a sec.
XCRS.
Oh yeah, you did that. I'm still in that a little bit. I was wondering why you mentioned that one.
I'm not, but maybe we should be. Today it's down modest 1.69%.
Is there a reason why you put that on your list?
Yeah, Jay requested it.
Oh, okay.
How you doing, Jay? Hope you're doing well, considering the market, or in spite of the market. Well, we're right at support, Not bad, not a bad area to go fishing. But the last 10 days has been a very narrow trading range, like 256 to 225. So, yeah, I think we're going to stay in that trading range. It looks to me for a while probably. The stock will tell you which way it wants to go when it gets out of that trading range, either north or south. But for now, it looks like trading range. What else?
BCRX held well.
Which one?
BCRX?
Yeah.
I think that was flat on the day, right?
Yeah.
Much.
Pretty flat, 967, off 2 pennies. It's just been a disaster to look at, though.
Well, it's below 10. It's below 10.
Yeah.
So it's.
We were looking at 923, I believe, as the key level.
Right, but unlike Sava, this didn't drop on bad news. This sort of dropped on just some decisions they made. granted, they they may have stopped the study for a reason.
You know,
And May 5th, they have
889 looks like a good support area, but earlier would be right in here, maybe.
Right.
That
Are you
920.
still in it, Dr. J?
Yes, I didn't sell any.
Me
I
either.
sold a lot of things, but I didn't sell this one. So I don't know if that's what that says about.
Well, the thing is that I mean, people are saying that it even that the pipeline itself, it's already been approved, is probably enough to sustain decent earnings.
Yeah, I think
Just the price higher than this.
I think Oladeo alone is probably $1 billion drug and merits $20 price level.
And when
down
people
the
recognize
road, down the road,
when people recognize the value of Galley, like I've been talking for the last
I don't know
2 years.
about that, but
Next virus.
yeah. What else did I have down?
You had Amazon, Google, and CRISPR.
Yeah, 3 depressing dots right now.
I mean, that's significant for Amazon to go down this.
Yeah, I was surprised with that too.
That's a lot.
It is a lot, which probably means it's may not be done going down at this point.
I mean, those are really bad candles there.
Yeah. Well, look how they line up, though, pretty close. Yeah, I don't think we're done. I think just like the averages, I think it's got a ways to go down, a little ways. We're looking at this low at about 27.16 and the absolute low at 26.71. So right, just, I'm drawing 2 lines for everything, SPY, IWM, QQQ, and Amazon. I see the support somewhere between the lines, and Google. So I would say there's a little more pain on the market and on every big name in the market, pretty much. Google is shooting down.
Yeah, look at that one. This is
Google is worse than Amazon. Amazon at least has a net underneath. Google has no net. Someone took the net away. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, you conceivably you could get a drop all the way down to 21.86 on this one. It's got.
Last June. Wow.
Yeah, it looks nasty. I mean, I sold a little today because I got scared looking at the chart. Well, maybe it's a bad trap and they'll come roaring back on Monday. I don't know. But, our friend Arjun was talking about Occam's razor. And, sometimes the obvious, you got to just believe it. Essentially, that's what it says. Why look for crazy scenarios when the truth is staring you in the face? That kind of thing. And the truth is staring us in the face with Google that it's collapsing right now. And you want to get out.
You want to look at Apple just to see if Apple's doing the same thing?
To a lesser extent.
Yeah, because I thought Apple wasn't as bad.
It's not. It's not great, but it's not nearly as bad. Not nearly as bad. And I think,
when I saw Apple, I was like, this doesn't look like it's on sale enough for me to even get in yet.
Yeah. Well, it's also because it's probably the best of the tech. It's proving to be the best of the tech. You got a 150 target support, and above that, right about there. So I'm going to draw 2 ruled lines again, 149 and 152. Does the 200 stand a chance of holding? Maybe, because this has been very resilient. So the 200, I'll draw a third line right at the 200. 159. I mean, that would be the optimistic scenario, actually.
Right.
I see a little further weakness in all three of these big tech names. Facebook and Netflix, you forget about them altogether. They fell
Exactly.
off. They fell off
You're
the
gonna have to change the acronym to just A.
They fell off the edge of the earth. So CRISPR, right?
Yes, that was the other one you had.
CRISPR was actually up 15 cents. It's been punished. So I guess on a down day, it actually went up a little bit. It's been severely punished. But I think it too will.
When you've been so down that down looks like up.
Yeah, but I think it too will retest its lows right about that $50 mark. So CRISPR, I see a little more pain. 49 to 50. Something like that for CRISPR. You know, in other words, we're another 10%.
Right.
Can you check NVIDIA?
Yeah, another painful stock. Another painful stock to own.
I own it.
Yeah,
Painfully.
that's why I think
You're living in the house of pain.
the house of pain. That's right.
So
But
are we?
people are still clamoring for. They're clamoring for chip.
It looks like all the other doggone tech stocks. Get out of the way. That's how it looks.
Yeah, this looks more like Google than it does like Apple.
So do you see that support on back in October, September timeframe?
I think the main support is 178.56.
Oh my God.
If it goes below that, is big trouble. So that one should hold. And below that, I see this level, 186. I think we're going down to 187 on this.
Wonderful.
And just like the others, I got a double rule line to 150 to 1, whatever I drew it at.
Why don't we give everybody good news and tell them what's going to happen after that?
I do believe we at least get a nice rally, a relief rally of some kind once those are reached. Whether that will hold or not, I don't know. Probably not. So I think we get a relief rally and then another test of the lows. And then with some good news, we finish strong to end the year at least even.
We have to wait. We have to wait for Christmas to open up our presents.
Yeah, I think so. I think it'll be an end of year rally, maybe earlier. I hope. But
That would be nice.
For now, the market is screaming that we're not done going down. So
yeah, it's letting loose all that potential energy.
Yeah. Oh, anybody have a request?
Let me see if our gang has anything that they want to talk about.
Have another minute.
Yeah, actually, everybody's just CTRM that Marco's mentioning.
How about Sava? I picked up some more Sava today.
That's right, you did.
I usually say what I did. I forgot to say what I did exactly today, but I did do that. I think Sava has found or is finding a bottom. So I figure why not start to buy back what I sold. Sava, I did most everything right, except I left myself 25% of my original amount. I started selling it off at around 40, I think.
You mean like after the article?
Yeah, after the fireplace chat that
after the fireplace chat, right? The article was about a week or two after that.
That's when I started selling it.
Yeah, smart.
I mean, that was a very pathetic chat that the CEO had.
Over on the Twitch, some people are reminiscing about the times when they were making from 100 to 115 on this.
You know, it's seldom that you see a stock in such oversold condition like Sava on the RSI. It's around 20, 15, I don't know what it is, 18. You know, when you see them this low, usually they bounce. So it's not going to stay oversold much longer, I don't think. I think we get some kind of a bounce, unless we get further bad news, in which case it'll be single
I just
digit.
wish these guys would say that they have full faith in their studies. That's all they have to do is say it.
Yeah, probably.
But they haven't. They've had a week to respond because that article came out Monday, right?
Yeah. I'm not sure what's going on. I'm not, is this a scam stock? I don't know. I don't think so, but who knows? I really don't think so. My gut tells me it's not. It's being driven down by the shorts, but who
Right.
knows? I mean,
That was the second part of the story.
Enron had everyone fooled, right?
Right. Exactly.
So who knows?
As did Lehman.
We hope not. We hope people have integrity. Now, even if the CUNY scientists who did the initial experiments fudged the results, as long as the data from the phase 2 study was legit, I don't give a damn.
Mhm.
That's how I look at it.
Yeah, well, you still don't want that kind of practice.
No, you don't want that. But if in fact it has proven scientific efficacy from a phase 2 study, I don't care about the preclinical stuff.
Right.
I care far less anyway. It's kind of
Right.
like
The other part of that story. The other part of that story was that the shorts were very interested in seeing this stock go low.
kind of like somebody who fudged their medical degree curing cancer. Who cares? You don't care at that point about whether or not he graduated medical school, right? So
If it's a legitimate cure, you're right.
somewhat similar, and I mean, not a poor analogy maybe, but you get the idea.
It's not a poor analogy. That's the perfect analogy.
Okay, thank you. All right, so we did a lot.
Yeah, no, we went through all the pain points.
Tim is more optimistic than I am, but ultimately you could be right, Tim. Chucky,
Yeah, I hope so.
Chucky agrees with me on my
Right.
analogy. Yeah.
Look, that would be thrilling because I haven't dropped one either. I have not dropped one share.
Yeah, I mean, who cares about the laboratory experiments? What really matters is it curing patients? Is it preventing Alzheimer's from progressing?
Well, that was the other part of it. The other part of it was how do you really know when you're cured? It's like
How do you know
crazy.
no, as long as the phase 2 results were not fudged, I'm good. All right, that's it for today. Everyone be well. Have a great weekend. Cabinet guys with us, et cetera, et cetera. I can't mention everybody, but thanks for coming, whoever came. See you on Monday. See you, Professor Spike. See you, Kamal.
Have a good weekend.
Raise your head, Kamal. Smile.
I can't smile. I have a bad headache, man.
Don't worry about it. Take care, guys. Bye. As always, do your own due diligence. Our opinions are strictly our own. Do not consider investment advice, and please subscribe.